Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Current Affairs MCQs. Let's begin with previous day's practice question. Question was, recently models and manufacturers of solar photovoltaic modules requirement for compulsory registration order 2019 was approved. In this context, consider the following statements. 1. The order requires solar module makers to submit to an inspection of their manufacturing facilities by the National Institute of Solar Energy. 2. National Institute of Solar Energy is headquartered in Gurugram, Haryana. 3. India plans to source nearly half its electricity requirements from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 and 2 only, 2 and 3 only, 1 and 3 only, or all of the above? The correct answer is option D, all of the above. The approved models and manufacturers of solar photovoltaic modules requirement for compulsory registration order 2019 requires module makers to submit to an inspection of their manufacturing facilities by the National Institute of Solar Energy. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The National Institute of Solar Energy is headquartered in Gurugram, Haryana. Hence, statement 2 is correct. India has ambitious plans of sourcing about 500 gigawatt, nearly half its requirement of electricity from non-fossil fuel sources by 2030. Hence, statement 3 is correct. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Now, let's begin today's session. First question is, consider the following statements. 1. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria is a Salafi jihadist militant organization operating primarily in western Iraq and eastern Syria. 2. ISIS is not recognized as an unlawful organization in India as per the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. Which of the statements given above are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. The Islamic State, also known as the Islamic State of Iraq and Syria and the Islamic State in Iraq and the Levant, is a Salafi jihadist militant organization. It is a transnational Sunni insurgent group operating primarily in western Iraq and eastern Syria that seeks to establish an Islamic caliphate in Iraq and Syria and to create a global Salafi jihadist movement. Hence, statement 1 is correct. ISIS is recognized as an unlawful organization in India under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. The central government has included ISIS in the first schedule of the Act. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Name, formation, FTO designation about status in India as per the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements regarding Electronic Waste Management Rules 2022. 1. The E-Waste Management Rules 2022 notified under the Water Prevention and Controls of Pollution Act 1974 to handle e-waste in rivers. 2. It also covers the waste batteries regulated by the Battery Waste Management Rules 2022. How many of the statements given above are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3, or none? The correct answer is option D, none. That is, both the statements are incorrect. The management of e-waste in India is presently regulated under E-Waste Management Rules 2022 under the Environment Protection Act 1986. It includes waste management of solar PV modules, panels, and cells. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. Exceptions: the Electronic Waste Management Rules 2022 do not apply to the following. Waste batteries regulated by the Battery Waste Management Rules 2022. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Packaging plastics governed by the Plastic Waste Management Rules 2016 and micro enterprises defined in the Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises Development Act 2006. Therefore, option D is the correct answer. Next question is, sometimes seen in the news, Kallakkadal is tribal communities, group of corals, islands, coastal flooding phenomenon, or trio of mountains. The correct answer is option C, coastal flooding phenomenon. Hundreds of houses have been flooded in several coastal areas of Kerala due to high sea waves named Kallakkadal. Kallakkadal refers to coastal flooding caused by swell waves during the pre-monsoon season and sometimes during post-monsoon along the southwest coast of India. The term Kallakkadal, used by local fishermen, is a combination of two Malayalam words including Kallan and Kadal. Kallan means thief and Kadal means sea, meaning ocean that arrives as a thief. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Now, next question. Consider the following statements about Right to Education Act 2009. 1. The RTE Act aims to provide primary education to all children aged 3 to 14 years. 2. It provides for prohibition of deployment of teachers for non-educational work other than decennial census, elections to local authorities, state legislators and parliament, and disaster relief. 3. Section 12(1)(c) mandates that non-minority private unaided schools should reserve at least 25% of seats in entry-level grades for children from economically weaker and disadvantaged backgrounds. How many of the above statements are correct? Only 1, only 2, all 3 or none? The correct answer is option B, only 2. The RTE Act aims to provide primary education to all children aged 6 to 14 years. Hence, statement 1 is not correct. It provides for prohibition of deployment of teachers for non-educational work other than decennial census, elections to local authorities, state legislators and parliament, and disaster relief. Hence, statement 2 is correct. Section 12(1)(c) mandates that non-minority private unaided schools should reserve at least 25% of seats in entry-level grades for children from economically weaker and disadvantaged backgrounds. Hence, statement 3 is correct. It provides for the appointment of teachers with the requisite entry and academic qualifications. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is consider the following statements about Bima Sugam. 1. Bima Sugam is an electronic marketplace protocol which could universalize and democratize insurance and will be connected with India Stack. 2. It is approved by Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India. Which of the above statements is or are correct? Only 1, only 2, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2. The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. Bima Sugam is an electronic marketplace protocol which could universalize and democratize insurance. This protocol will be connected with India Stack. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has approved the setting up of Bima Sugam. Hence, statement 2 is correct. It will onboard all the companies that offer life and non-life insurance products under one roof. Bima Sugam will serve as a unified platform integrating with government databases, insurers, intermediaries, and insurance repositories. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is which of the following European countries are part of the India-EFTA Trade and Economic Partnership Agreement? 1. Iceland, 2. Norway, 3. Liechtenstein, 4. France. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 4 only, 2 and 3 only, 1, 2 and 3 only, or all of the above? The correct answer is option C, 1, 2 and 3 only. On 10 March 2024, member states of the European Free Trade Association, Iceland, Liechtenstein, Norway and Switzerland, and the Republic of India signed a comprehensive trade and economic partnership agreement. EFTA has committed to promote investments with the aim to increase the stock of foreign direct investments by $100 billion in India in the next 15 years and to facilitate the generation of 1 million direct employment in India through such investments. The investments do not cover foreign portfolio investment. For the first time ever in the history of FTAs, a legal commitment is being made about promoting target-oriented investment and creation of jobs. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is which of the following bodies has released the State of the Global Climate Report? UNFCCC, WMO, UNEP or WHO? The correct answer is option B, WMO. The State of the Global Climate Report has been released by the World Meteorological Organization of the United Nations. The WMO report confirmed that 2023 was the warmest year on record, with the global average near-surface temperature at 1.45 degrees Celsius, with a margin of uncertainty of plus minus 0.12 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial baseline. It was the warmest 10-year period on record. The temperature rises tantalizingly close to breaking the agreed limit of 1.5 degrees Celsius by different nations. Therefore, option B is the correct answer. Next question is with reference to Katchatheevu islet, consider the following statements. 1. The Portuguese exercised jurisdiction over the Katchatheevu islet for some time. 2. It was part of the Zameen estate of the erstwhile Raja of Ramnath, that is Ramnathpuram. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option C, both 1 and 2. The Katchatheevu Islands are a pair of uninhabited islands located in the Pak Strait between the southeastern coast of India, that is Tamil Nadu, and the northern coast of Sri Lanka. The larger island is known as Katchatheevu, while the smaller one is called Imaravan. India ceded the Katchatheevu islet to Sri Lanka. The islet was a matter of dispute between British India and Ceylon, now Sri Lanka, and there was no agreed boundary, a matter which was settled through 1974 and 1976 agreements. The Portuguese had occupied the island during 1505 to 1658 CE and had exercised jurisdiction over the islet. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The erstwhile Raja of Ramnath had possession of it as part of his Zameen. Hence, statement 2 is also correct. Therefore, option C is the correct answer. Next question is, consider the following statements. 1. Israel captured the Golan Heights from Syria in the 1967 war. 2. The Gaza Strip is located between Israel and Jordan. 3. The West Bank is sandwiched between Israel and Egypt. How many of the above statements is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, all 3, or none of the above? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. The Golan Heights is a strategic plateau that Israel captured from Syria in the 1967 war. Israel effectively annexed the territory in 1981. Recently, the USA has officially recognized Jerusalem and Golan Heights as part of Israel. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The Gaza Strip is located between Israel and Egypt. Israel occupied the strip after 1967 but relinquished control of Gaza City and day-to-day administration in most of the territory during the Oslo peace process. In 2005, Israel unilaterally removed Jewish settlements from the territory, though it continues to control international access to it. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. The West Bank is sandwiched between Israel and Jordan. One of its major cities is Ramallah, the de facto administrative capital of Palestine. Israel took control of it in the 1967 war and has over the years established settlements there. Hence, statement 3 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Last question is, consider the following statements. 1. The IMD can declare a heat wave if the actual maximum temperature crosses 45 degrees Celsius. 2. The wet bulb temperature is the highest temperature to which a surface can be cooled by water evaporating from it. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? 1 only, 2 only, both 1 and 2, or neither 1 nor 2? The correct answer is option A, 1 only. The IMD declares a heat wave if the maximum temperature of a weather station reaches at least 40 degrees Celsius in the plains and at least 30 degrees Celsius in hilly regions, with a departure of around 4.5 to 6.4 degrees Celsius from the normal maximum temperature. The IMD can also declare a heat wave if the actual maximum temperature crosses 45 degrees Celsius and a severe heat wave if it crosses 47 degrees Celsius. Hence, statement 1 is correct. The heat itself can be deadly outside a heat wave if the wet bulb temperature crosses 30 to 35 degrees Celsius. The wet bulb temperature is the lowest temperature to which a surface can be cooled by water evaporating from it. In other words, it's the lowest temperature at which the surface of the skin can be cooled by sweating. Hence, statement 2 is not correct. Therefore, option A is the correct answer. Now is the time for practice question. Which of the following countries form part of the Zomia region? 1. India, 2. Myanmar, 3. Laos, 4. China. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. 1 and 4 only, 1, 2 and 4 only, 2, 3 and 4 only, or all of the above. Send the answer of this question in the comment section. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching. For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.